Hello folks, this is Scott with Dallas Paint Correction and Luxury Microfiber here in Dallas, Texas. Well, actually I'm not in Dallas, Texas. I'm on a traveling road trip of detailing several cars in Louisiana, New Orleans. I'm also in Pensacola, Florida, Destin, Florida, and I've got some clients that want me to come to Tampa. I don't know if I'm going to make it to Tampa on this trip, but I wanted to show you guys this hyper tough 1600 psi 1.2 gallon per minute power washer that's found at Walmart. I don't know if Hyper Tough actually makes this machine, or maybe they just put their logo on it. Maybe somebody like Greenworks or Sunjoe makes it for them. I have no idea, but I'll tell you why I like this thing and what I don't like about it. Well, first of all, one of the things I don't like about it is you notice that the main water hose comes into the front of the machine, and then you've got your power washer hose that comes out of the bottom. They're both directly connected, or they both come in to the front of the machine. I don't like that. It's a little cumbersome when you try to pick this thing up and move it away from your water source. I feel like I'm always yanking too hard on the hose. You'll kind of get it and understand it if you buy it and you want to move this thing around. It'd be nice if the inlet for the water was on the back side of the machine, but I won't complain too much. This thing costs about 79 bucks. I also want to talk about the fact that I won't be reviewing the line, the power washer line that comes with it, or the accessories. I know you're probably saying, Scott, why would you do that? Well, I wanted a different hose on it so I could attach my MV925, my swivel gun on it, so I don't use the line that comes with it. The line that comes with it is very typical of most of these entry-level budget power washers, whether it be Greenworks or Sunjoe. They're all pretty much the same. They'll work just fine. But in this particular situation here, what I like about it is that it's very small, very compact. In fact, there's 4 screws that hold that back bracket on. That back bracket is to be able to hold your gun, your lance, you wrap your power cord around it. I think I want to remove that completely just by removing those 4 screws and have a very small compact unit. It's a mobile detailer, that's great. It won't take up a lot of time. It won't take up a lot of space in my vehicle, right? So that's cool. The next thing I want to talk about is what's its capability of being able to foam a car if you want to use a foam cannon. Let me put this camera down so you guys can see what I'm doing. Let me adjust the lens here. Can you guys see what I'm working on? Can I see what I'm working on? Okay. This is a 2018 GLC 300 Mercedes. I'm going to be doing some correction on this vehicle and putting a coating on it, but I'm going to show you how this power washer works. Now, when it comes to power washers, 1.2 gallons per minute is not a lot. There's 2 disadvantages to that. One, if you like using foam cannons, they typically are power washers that have a low gallon per minute, don't like to produce a lot of foam. Well, we'll see how that works in this particular situation. The other thing is that you want a power washer, in my opinion, with auto detailing somewhere around 2 gallons per minute so you can flush off the soap relatively fast. Those are the 2 disadvantages of having low GPMs with a power washer. But what I'm going to do is I have a foam cannon here. This foam cannon is just a Chinese foam cannon, nothing special to it. The orifice hasn't been changed. I have about 2 ounces of soap in here, then I filled the rest up with water. Let's see how it foams, even though it's underpowered a little bit. I think you guys can pretty much see that, but I'll bring you in closely here. You can kind of see the foam that it's been able to produce, even though it's a 1.2 gallon per minute power washer with just a standard foam cannon. That foam cannon has not had its orifice replaced. It's just a stocked orifice. If we come over here, you can see the amount of shaving cream foam. If I put my hand through here, you can see all this juicy goodness. It's a lot of foam, plenty of foam. God, get it off my hand, Scott. Now I want to talk about what soap did I use in this thing, because that's kind of important when you're using a power wash that has low gallons per minute. You might want to find a foam can and change its orifice, which is going to help you get thicker foam. But in this case, I didn't. What I have here is this Boyd Coddington Detail Garage Show Prep Auto Shampoo. It's about the third bottle I've gone through. What I did is I did 2 healthy squeezes of this stuff inside that foam cannon. So roughly about 2.5 ounces. And I was able to get that type of foam with just a stock foam cannon attached to a very small, hyper tough 1.2 gallon per minute power washer. Did a really nice job. Now let's see how it rinses, because when we have that kind of foam, right, we typically would wash the car with our wash mitt and then we want to rinse it off. Does the 1.2 gallon per minute kind of give us a handicap, if you will, with rinsing it? Actually, the answer is yes, it does, but it will get the job done. It would be nice if this thing was a little bit more powerful when it came to GPMs, gallons per minute, but this is 1.2, and I'll rinse off the soap. This is where the higher gallons per minute would be nice, but for a mobile detailer where space is precious to you inside your vehicle, your mobile vehicle, I tell you what, this Hyper Tough works really good. I've only had it for about a month. I use it about 3 or 4 times a week. It seems to be holding up just fine. I can't talk about maximum durability. The thing cost me about 79 bucks. I think with my Greenworks, my average life expectancy of those Greenworks for around the same price, the same PSI, the same gallons per minute, is about 2 to 3 years. To me, that's fine. The power washers are write-off for me because it's a business expense. It lasts 2 or 3 years, it's fine. It doesn't destroy my world, and it gets the job done. But this works really, really well, and I just wanted to share it with you. Now the nozzle I'm using with this is a 15-degree nozzle. It's 1600 PSI. By the time the pressure comes out this nozzle, it's probably around 1300 PSI. I'm keeping my distance from the paint. I'm not worried about hurting the paint, so a 15-degree nozzle is fine here. But I think it comes with a 40-degree nozzle and it comes with a turbo nozzle. I don't use the turbo nozzle, but it will come with a 40-degree for you as well, so that's nice. But there you go, just showing off that Hyper Tough, and I think it's really cool. I want to give a shout out to Boyd Coddington Detail Garage. I don't remember what this soap cost by the 16 ounces, but I tell you what, awfully impressive when you're using it in foam cannon with pressure washers that have low gallons per minute. Does a really nice job, about 2 ounces in that foam cannon, and boy, I get plenty of suds, plenty of foam, nice lubrication, and it gets the job done even in one of these cheap kind of Chinese foam cannons, right? But there's the Hyper Tough, working really well. Just wanted to share it with you. You can find them at Walmart. I believe I paid around $79 for it. I'll talk to you guys soon. Got to get on this vehicle. I got another vehicle tomorrow, another Mercedes. And then I got to get to Destin, Florida and do a couple more jobs. And boy, I got some clients that would love me to come to Tampa, but I don't think I'm going to make it on this trip. I got to get home to my daughter and to some other business obligations that I have. Love you guys. Talk to you soon.